Booker's played in every game so far this season. Tatum, an improved defensive player with the deflection. And now Brown goes right at the chest of Booker. Rejected by Craig, out of bounds. Craig, a really good defensive player. Monty Williams told us before the game how impressed he's been with Craig as a starter. They did not think they'd get this much from him as a starter this year, as Bridges misses badly, and here comes Smart. Blake Griffin going to try a three. And rebound from out.
Well, when you broadcast, when a guy misses a three, you call it a settle. When he makes it, you say it's a...
Use a little shrug move and then getting to his spot and elevator.
Booker through the lane. Nice pass to Torrey Craig. Booker's averaging 6 assists per game. And Paul wincing a little bit as he comes back up the court. Booker pull up, misses. Rebound by Williams.
Torrey Craig, instead of running to the corner for a transition three, running for the best shot in basketball, the uncontested layup.
Chris Paul forced the turnover, and now Craig soars to the rim and lays it in. In 25 games, Tatum has 13 30-point games, 3 40-point games.
He's going to play potentially in the mid-20-minute range, and the challenge there, guys, would be with Boston. Our own Adrian Wojnarowski reported today that Celtics center Robert Williams could be back in the next 10 to 12 days.
I don't know off the top of my head, though, but I have more than 4, clearly. Because you would say that teams outside of that 4 can beat these teams in a playoff series. Can beat these teams in a playoff series. So why would they realistically not have a chance to continue to advance?
Booker missed the three. Great hustle trying to save it. He was pushed by Grant Williams.
And we fall in love with Jason Tatum, rightfully so, in the MVP discussion. But Jaylen Brown has been absolutely lights out this season. Responded and led this team to the best team in basketball early on in this season.
Yeah, what I think is he's got tremendous poise.
Well, you mentioned that Division II stint. He was at Fairmont State, which is in West Virginia. He played at West Virginia for Bob Huggins. As Booker misses again, Booker is 1 for 6. Head coach taking over for Ime Udoka after he was suspended.
But I will also say that, give credit to Ime Udoka. He watched him work all season long.
Here's campaign missing the three. I guarantee you we would not have gotten Matt Lewis. You definitely won that one.
Well, you should have.
Spin by Tatum, and he's fouled. Booker defended by Derek White, spinning, gets into the lane, goes to the left, and puts it in with a second to go. Here's Devin Booker, just 2 baskets. Had only 11 points the other night. A turnover. Brown in transition, hangs, and the follow jam by Derek White.
Don't want to take Boston, one of them, but sometimes you're presented. That's a good shot for some players. Positive. I see myself as an optimistic by nature person, and I think that's what separates me.
Energy, effort, plays, getting back into the picture. This is stellar defense. Even when the Suns score, it's a struggle.
And Jaylen Brown counted. They're going to call a foul on Booker. But it clearly wasn't, looking at the replay on Brown, even if they would have said it was an offensive foul. Tatum lost it, and if that's on Booker or Paul, it's 3.
Eliminate Chris Paul this late in his career. Who else can be a playmaker for them?
Booker in the paint gets it to go. Here are the final 2 minutes of the half to get within striking distance. They're down 22 right now. Booker doesn't get the bounce. Blake Griffin battling against Ayton. Closing in on a minute to go here in the first half. Pull-up jumper, contact, that's 4 on Devin Booker, 3 for 10, 4 personal fouls, now 3 for 11, and 0 for 3 from three-point range, and a foul now on Torrey Craig, his second. Boston, the best record in the NBA at 20-5. Phoenix, the best record for now in the West at 16-8. Here's Booker, hands that one. Chris Paul, first game back in a month after missing 14 games with a right heel injury. Played 19 minutes so far. They only wanted to play in 24, so we'll see how that plays out the rest of this game. Third on Griffin, now a steal by Tatum. He gives it right back, though, and Booker underneath for the easy dunk.
And you can't take a team off its worst performance or its best performance. Listen, I think the Celtics are a much more physically talented team. And you can't take a team off its worst performance or its best performance. Listen, I think the Celtics are a much more physically talented team. Listen, I think the Celtics are a much more physically talented team than Phoenix. I think Phoenix plays normally excellent basketball. As today, he was a great coach in college basketball and Nike exec. He wrote, "We make a living by what we get and make a life by what we give." You know, USA Basketball done so many things in the game, but has like an incredible perspective.
When they're at their best is when they can utilize Chris Paul and pick and roll at mid-range game. That decision-making has made him one of the best to ever do it.
Booker another miss, although he has all the Suns' points here in the quarter.
Monty Williams, he's going to...
Midway through the third quarter, think about that for a second.
Well, they would have to go on a 45-0 run to